Tuesday, I love you, the morning said. Before the alarm, the morning in my head. Already fond of the Tuesday, the day that asked for nothing dramatic. The way of the Tuesday being the finest of the middle days, the morning's kindest day of the week, the Tuesday mine. Tuesday, I love you, the morning fine. The Tuesday has no reputation to maintain. No Monday's wait, no hump day strain. A Wednesday, no Thursday's almost there. The Tuesday, the morning's finest care. Free day, the morning's open road of the weekly, the lightest morning load. The Tuesday morning, the morning free. Tuesday, I love you, the morning me. Tuesday, I love you, the morning bright of the Tuesday, the morning right in the middle of the early week, the morning's favorite, morning seek of the uncomplicated. The Tuesday here with its quiet morning, the morning clear of the dramatic, the Tuesday fine. Tuesday, I love you, the morning mine. The Tuesday coffee tastes like the middle of the week, found its morning riddle solved before it started. The Tuesday already better than the Monday, the new day feeling of the Tuesday morning, the fresh start that the Monday promised, the mesh of the Tuesday with the possible. Tuesday, I love you, the morning whole. Tuesday, I love you, the morning bright of the Tuesday, the morning right in the middle of the early week, the morning's favorite, morning seek of the uncomplicated. The Tuesday here with its quiet morning, the morning clear of the dramatic, the Tuesday fine. Tuesday, I love you, the morning mine. The Tuesday walk to the office has the best morning light, the Tuesday jazz of the morning street, the Tuesday people, the morning's finest congregation, the steeple of the ordinary Tuesday morning, the morning's highest regular adorning of the week, the Tuesday morning mine. Tuesday, I love you, the morning fine. Tuesday gets no love song, no the day in the calendar that gets the morning say of the beloved. The Monday gets the fear, and the Friday gets the cheer, and the Wednesday gets the hump, and the Thursday gets the almost there bump of the weekend approaching. But Tuesday gets nothing, the mornings every Tuesday rising without the recognition it deserves. The morning's finest, middle week reserves of the ordinary and celebrated day. Tuesday, getting no morning say of the beloved, the morning loves. Tuesday quietly, the morning shoves. No fanfare at the Tuesday, but feels. The Tuesday, the finest morning deals of the week. The Tuesday, the morning favorite that nobody's adorning with the song, the Tuesday morning, the morning's most deserving adorning with the love song, the Tuesday here. Every week the morning holds most dear, for the nothing of it, the morning free of the dramatic that the Tuesday gives. To the morning the Tuesday lives as the morning's finest morning gift of the ordinary, the Tuesday lift of the uncelebrated middle week day, the morning's finest seek, the day that asks for nothing more than the morning. Tuesday I adore, the Tuesday morning most of all, the uncelebrated morning call of the finest middle week morning day. Tuesday, I love you, the morning say of the uncelebrated against the dawning of the week with the uncelebrated Tuesday morning. The morning's faded favorite, the Tuesday, the morning's day. Tuesday, I love you, the mornings say. The fruit bowl on the dark counter, the orange and the lemon in the line, the morning strange beauty of the bright fruit on the dark counter, the morning color and the mark of the season in the fruit bowl, the bright against the dark, the morning light on the fruit bowl, the morning contrast, bright fruit, dark counter, morning forecast. The orange is the morning's finest color on the dark counter, the morning fuller. For the contrast, the orange against the dark wood, the morning tensed into beauty by the contrast. The fruit bowl, the morning's finest, morning loot of the color, the bright against the dark. Bright fruit, dark counter, morning mark. Bright fruit, dark counter, morning still life of the fruit bowl on the sill of the counter. The orange and the lime, the lemon, the morning's finest rhyme of color. The bright fruit, the morning color on the dark counter, adorning the kitchen with the season's best. Bright fruit, dark counter, morning blessed. The lemon is the most morning of the fruits, the morning and the lemon, the roots of the morning's finest color in the yellow of the lemon on the dark counter, the fellow of the orange and the lime, the morning trio of the fruit bowl, the morning's finest geometry of color, the three bright on the dark. Bright fruit, dark counter, morning mark. Bright fruit, dark counter, morning still life of the fruit bowl on the sill of the counter, the orange and the lime, the lemon, the morning's finest rhyme of color, the bright fruit, the morning color on the dark counter, adorning the kitchen with the season's best. Bright fruit, dark counter, morning blessed. The morning light on the fruit bowl, the sun coming through the window, the morning run of light across the dark counter to the fruit, the morning and the light and the commute of the sunbeam to the orange, the morning light on the bright fruit, adorning the dark counter with the morning gold. Bright fruit, dark counter, morning told. The fruit bowl on the dark counter is the morning kitchen's finest quiz of color, the bright against the dark, the morning color, the morning mark of the kitchen being alive with the fruit bowl's morning contribution, the commute of the eye from the dark to the bright of the fruit, the morning light on the orange and the lemon and the lime, the morning's finest morning rhyme of the complementary, the dark wood count of the morning's finest good background for the bright fruit, the contrast, the morning's color lesson, the morning forecast of the day in the fruit bowls, bright against the dark, the morning right color of the kitchen start, the fruit bowl, the morning kitchen's finest suit of the season, the orange and the lime and the lemon on the dark counter, the rhyme of the morning's color in the bowl, the bright fruit morning, the morning soul of the color in the kitchen, the start of the day in the bright fruit art of the fruit bowl on the dark counter, the still life that the morning kitchen fills with the color of the season, the bright fruit on the dark counter, morning light making the contrast, the morning's finest color lesson, the morning's kindest gift of the color to the dark kitchen, bright fruit, dark counter, morning stitching of the color into the morning star. The fruit bowl, the morning's finest start. Bright fruit, dark counter, morning still life of the fruit bowl on the sill of the counter, the orange and the lime, the lemon, the morning's finest rhyme of color, the bright fruit, the morning color on the dark counter, adorning the kitchen with the season's best. Bright fruit, dark counter, morning blessed. Bright fruit, dark counter, the fruit bowl on the dark counter, the morning light moving past it, the adorning of the kitchen with the bright fruit done. The good pen is the one in the inside pocket. The morning in the pen, the morning rocket of the good pen versus the ordinary. The morning signature requiring the vary from the standard pen to the good pen. The morning and the good pen, and then the signature, the morning's finest sign. Good pen, morning signature, the line. The good pen came out for the morning form, the morning document requiring the warm and proper signature of the good pen, not the biro from the desk drawer. When the morning document requires the sign of intent, the morning calls the fine pen from the inside pocket. The good pen, morning signature, morning should. Good pen, morning signature, the rights of the name with the good pen in the light of the morning. The signature better for the good pen. The morning letter of the self and the signature, the name or itself and the good pen, the same name, but the good pen version, the sign. Good pen, morning signature, the line. The good pen moves differently than the standard. The morning signature in the hand stirred by the quality of the pen, the ink, more fluid, the morning and the think, less required for the signature. The pen doing the morning's finest, amen of the signature the good pens give. Good pen, morning signature, the life. Good pen, morning signature, the right of the name with the good pen in the light of the morning. The signature better for the good pen. The morning letter, oh, the self and the signature, the name or itself and the good pen, the same name, but the good pen version, the sign. Good pen, morning signature, the line. The morning document signed, the pen back in the inside pocket. The when of the good pen being right. The morning document, the good pen's finest adorning of the morning with the proper ink. The good pen and the morning, the link of the signature to the intention. Good pen, morning signature, the mention. The good pen is the morning's finest upgrade. The morning's morning kindest gesture toward the document. The morning taking the document seriously, adorning the signing with the quality pen. The morning document and the amen of the good pen. The morning's best instrument for the signing. The test of the document's importance being the pen choice, the morning seeing. The good pen is the appropriate tool for the morning document. The rule of the good pen for the important sign. The ordinary pen for the ordinary line. The morning document, the good pen's finest morning audience. The dens of the drawer giving up the good pen for the morning document, and then the inside pocket receiving it back. The good pen and the morning's track of the important and the signed and the sealed. The good pen's morning intention revealed in the quality of the line, the ink. The good pen in the morning, the think of the document's importance confirmed by the pen choice. The morning term for the serious morning being the good pen morning. The morning understood through the pen choice. The morning sign of the good pen's morning, the fine line of the signature and the good ink. Good pen, morning signature, the link. Good pen, morning signature, the right of the name with the good pen in the light of the morning. The signature better for the good pen. The morning letter of the self and the signature, the name or itself and the good pen, the same name, but the good pen version, the sign. Good pen, morning signature, the line. Good pen, morning signature, the document signed. The good pen back in the inside pocket. The morning track of the important having been honored by the good pen. The the morning's fun, regard for the proper instrument, the fine pen in the morning, and the line of the signature in the good ink, the sign. Good pen, morning signature, the mine. The pine cone from the walk last autumn, still on the windowsill, the morning fathom of the small cap thing, the pine cone there. Since October, the morning and the care of the keeping of the found thing, the shelf life of the pine cone on the windowsill itself, extending past the season of its finding. Pine cone on the windowsill, the morning binding. I picked it up on the October walk, the pine cone in the morning talk of the season turning, the pine smell on the morning walk, the morning well of the autumn, the pine cone in the coat pocket until the windowsill, the note to the season in the keeping of the cone. Pine cone on the windowsill, the morning home. Pine cone on the windowsill, the key of the autumn in the morning, the deep brown of the pine cone in the morning light, the season souvenir, the morning bright. With the kept thing from the October walk, the pine cone in the morning dark of the season that found it, the morning fine. Pine cone on the windowsill, morning kind. The pine cone opens and closes with the humidity, the morning and the pine cone's ingenuity of the moisture response, the morning dry. Pine cone open the morning high humidity, pine cone close the morning barometer of the pine cone, the adorning of the windowsill with the weather gauge. Pine cone on the windowsill, morning say. Pine cone on the windowsill, the key of the autumn in the morning, the deep brown of the pine cone in the morning light, the season souvenir, the morning bright. With the kept thing from the October walk, the pine cone in the morning talk of the season that found it, the morning fine. Pine cone on the windowsill, morning kind. The pine cone is still there in the spring, the October walk's morning offering, outlasting its season on the morning sill. The pine cone in the morning still there at the window, the morning check of the pine cone open or close, the deck of the morning weather red in the cone. Pine cone on the windowsill, the morning home. The kept thing on the windowsill is the morning's finest small museum, the adornings of the sill with the found and kept object, the pine cone, the morning's finest project of the collected, the thing brought home from the walk and given the morning home of the windowsill, the morning care of the kept thing, the morning aware of the October walk through the winter and the spring, the pine cone, the splinter of the autumn and the all-season windowsill, the morning of the pine cone, the still presence of the October walk in the spring morning, the pine cone, the morning bring of the past walk into the present morning, the windowsill, pine cone adorning the morning with the other season, the cone, the morning's finest morning long from the autumn to the spring, the kept thing, the morning's finest morning slab through season bridge, the pine cone there on the morning windowsill, the care of the keeping being the morning's love of the small found thing, the morning of the pine cone on the sill, the October walk in the spring morning, the sober and joyful morning the seasons on the sill. Pine cone on the windowsill, the morning still. The bus at the stop when I turn the corner. The morning and the time in the morning mourner. The missed bus never appearing because the bus was there. The morning and the cars of the running. The last half block, the arrive. At the bus stop running. The morning alive with the timing. The car bus morning here. Caught the early bus, the morning clear. The running the last half block, the arm out for the driver. The morning charm of the driver seeing and holding the door. The morning and the car bus, the morning of the morning that the timing gave. The car early bus, the morning say of the 10 minutes between the bus and the next. Caught the early bus, the morning text. Caught the early bus, the morning wind of the timing and the running begin of the last half block, the arm out wide. The driver holding the door, the inside of the bus, the morning prize, the car bus morning, the early rise, paying off in the time in the bus. Caught the early bus, the morning first. The seat available on the early bus, the morning's bonus for the fuss of the running. The seat mine for the car bus morning. The more of the morning given by the sea. The car early bus, the morning sweet. Reward of the running, the seat found. Caught the early bus morning sound. Caught the early bus, the morning wind of the timing and the running begin of the last half block, the arm out wide. The driver holding the door, the inside of the bus, the morning prize, the car bus morning, the early ride, paying off in the timing, the bus. Caught the early bus, the morning first. The 10 minutes early arrival at the destination, the morning net, the desk before the usual, the game of the car bus morning, the remaining 10 minutes the car bus gave. The morning self, the morning say of the timing and the running, the 10. Caught the early bus morning again. The car bus morning is the morning's finest accidental success, the morning's kindest gift of the time in the running, the last half block, the morning's finest fast and desperate act of the warning. The bus, the arm out and the haunting fear of the bus pulling away before the arm is seen. The morning more dramatic than the usual commute. The car bus morning and the route of the running in the door held in the seat found the morning's complete timing gift. The car bus, the morning's finest accidental adornings of the cute with the drama of the run and the hold in the seat. The morning one by the timing of the corner turn with the bus at the stop. The morning learn of the day's timing being set by the car bus. The morning yet another example of the timing's power over the morning's of the cardbus being the finest hour of the cue. The morning's power given by the timing and the run. The cardbus morning, the morning one. In the last half block, the RMLY caught the early bus. The morning inside, the timing's gift. The morning fine caught the early bus. The morning one caught the early bus. The morning wind of the timing and the running begin of the last half block. The RMLY, the driver holding the door, the inside of the bus. The morning prize, the cop bus morning, the early rise, paying off in the time in the bus. Caught the early bus, the morning fuss. Caught the early bus. The bus pulling away from the stop. The morning inside the bus now. The morning, the dawning. The commute with the cop bus close. The timing when the morning no of the 10 minutes ahead of the usual. The cop bus morning's finest usual. Unusual success. The morning run caught the early bus. The morning one. The hill path disappears into the fog. 50 meters up the morning log of the fog on the hill. The path going to the white. The morning knowing that the path continues past the fog's horizon. The morning and the logs of the walkers trust. The path continues. Morning fog, hill path, the morning sinews. Yeah. I walk into the fog on the hill path. The morning fog, the morning's aftermath of the overnight cool. The fog, the hills, morning blanket. The morning in the hills, visibility at 50 meters. The walk into the white of the morning fog. The top of the visible and the invisible path. Morning fog, hill path, the morning man. Morning fog, hill path, the morning white of the fog on the hill. The morning light diffused by the fog. The path ahead disappearing at 50. The morning led by trust in the path's continuation into the fog. The morning's finest station of the faith in the path. The morning fog, hill path, the morning love. The fog thins as the hill climbs the morning. Fog thinning with the altitude adorning the higher path with the clearer air. The morning fog and the hill, the wear of the fog thin. The morning there above the fog's main body. The rare view of the fog below. The morning break. Morning fog, hill path, the morning way. Morning fog, hill path, the morning white of the fog on the hill. The morning light diffused by the fog. The path ahead disappearing at 50. The morning led by trust in the past continuation into the fog. The morning's finest station of the faith in the path. The morning fog, hill path, the morning love. At the top, the morning is above the fog. The fog below in the valley. The morning's log of the above fog. Morning, the view of the fog valley and the morning news. Sky above the hill path, having led through the fog into the morning instead of fog. The morning and the hill above. Morning fog, hill path, the morning love. The addition, the adornings of the path with the white and the limit of the visibility. The morning is for the trust in the path, the walker's faith that the path continues past the wraith of the fog horizon. The 50-meter morning visibility, the sweeter for the continuing the path. The morning's finest just object, the morning adornings of the walk with the fog limited view. The morning and the fog in the through of the hill path into the cleaner air above the morning fog and the wear of the fog thin in the morning above the fog's main body. The morning love of the fog walk, the morning and the trust in the past continuation, the must of the walking into the white, the fog. The morning's morning hill path log of the faith in the continuing the path. The morning's finest morning math of the fog, trust the 50-meter walk into the white. The morning's morning talk of the invisible made walkable by faith. The fog path morning, the morning wraith of the path and the fog, the trust the walk. Morning fog hill path, the morning talk. Morning fog hill path, the morning white of the fog on the hill. The morning light diffused by the fog, the path ahead disappearing at 50. The morning led by trust in the path's continuation into the fog. The morning's finest station of the faith in the path. The morning fog hill path, the morning love. Morning fog hill path. The path comes back into view at the top. The morning fog below the hill path stopped at the summit with the fog-free morning sky. The hill path through the fog, the morning light of the trust in the path rewarded by the above fog. Morning, the morning high above the valley fog, the path, the guy. Morning fog hill path, the morning wide. The brown bag on the counter, the morning pack of the lunch, the morning adorning of the afternoon with the morning care. The brown bag in the morning, the prepare of the sandwich and the apple and the small chocolate. The morning's finest call to the afternoon from the morning self. Brown bag lunch, morning pack, the shelf. I make it in the morning for the noon. The brown bag lunch, the morning tune of the practical care. The sandwich made with the morning attention. The morning grade of the afternoon meal prepare with love. In the morning kitchen, the above and beyond of the morning lunch pack. Brown bag lunch, morning pack, the snack. A brown bag lunch, morning pack, the made with morning care. The morning trade of the morning time for the afternoon meal. The morning and the noon connected by the brown backpack. The morning's gift to the afternoon bag of the day. The lunch made in the light. Brown bag lunch, morning pack, morning right. The sandwich is the morning's finest letter to the afternoon. The morning better version of the lunch than the bought lunch. The morning sandwich, the morning thought, given form in the bread and the filling. The morning's most immediately fulfilling gift to the afternoon. The bag, brown bag lunch, morning pack, the flag. Brown bag lunch, morning pack, the made with morning care. The morning trade of the morning time for the afternoon meal. The morning and the noon connected by the brown backpack. The morning's gift to the afternoon bag of the day. The lunch made in the light. Brown bag lunch, morning pack, morning right. Yeah. The apple goes in after the sandwich. The morning and the lunch, the morning's pledge to the afternoon body's need for the fruit. The morning pack of the afternoon commute. Lunch, the brown bag, the morning's care for the afternoon self. The morning there in the brown bag at the noon. The pack, brown bag lunch, morning pack, morning stack. The brown bag lunch is the morning's finest gift to itself. The morning's kindest act of self-care happening before the self needs the care. The morning more of the provision. The morning making the afternoon's lunch for the afternoon's taking of the meal break. The morning's care for the afternoon self. The morning there in the pack lunch at the noon. The brown bag, the morning's letter to the town of the afternoon. The sandwich, the word of the morning to the afternoon. Heard at noon when the bag is open. The find of the morning's care. The morning mind having thought of the afternoon's hunger. In the morning bag, the pack, the morning's finest morning act of provision. The bag on the counter, the morning's finest morning counter offer to the expensive bottle lunch of the afternoon. The morning bunch of the sandwich and the apple and small chocolate. The morning's finest call to the afternoon. So from the morning, the brown bag lunch, the morning adorning of the afternoon with the morning's love, the morning's gift to the afternoon above and beyond. The morning's usual morning reach the brown bag lunch adorning the afternoon desk with the morning's care. Brown bag lunch, morning pack, the made with morning care. The morning tray, the morning time for the afternoon meal. The morning and the noon connected by the brown backpack. The morning's gift to the afternoon bag of the day. The lunch made in the light. Brown bag lunch, morning pack, morning right. Brown bag lunch, morning pack. The brown bag on the desk at noon. The find of the morning's care. The afternoon's mine. Grateful for the morning pack. The sandwich, the morning's finest morning pledge to the afternoon. The apple bright. Brown bag lunch, morning pack. The right thing done in the morning for the noon. Brown bag lunch, morning pack. The tune. The spare room gets the morning light first. The east-facing window, the morning thirst of the spare room for the sun. The room that nobody sleeps in, receiving the bloom of the morning light before the rest of the apartment. The spare room blessed with the first morning sun, the light. Spare room, morning light, the morning right. I go into the spare room sometimes for the morning light. The morning chimes of the east window fine and the floor of the spare room. The morning door into the first light of the day. The spare room and the morning way of the east facing window, the light. Spare room, morning light, the morning bright. Spare room, morning light, the east window giving the morning's feast of the first sun. The spare room floor golden in the morning, the more of the morning light in the spare room than in any other. The morning bloom of the east window, the spare room gold. Spare room, morning light, morning toast. The spare room has a chair for the morning. Lights it in the morning, adorning of the chair with the first sun. The sit in the spare room, morning the lit and golden chair in the spare room. East window light, the morning's finest feast of the sun before the rest wakes. Spare room, morning light, the morning takes. Spare room, morning light, the east window giving the morning's feast of the first sun. The spare room floor golden in the morning, the more of the morning light in the spare room than in any other. The morning bloom of the east window, the spare room gold. Spare room, morning light, morning toast. The spare room light moves across the floor as the morning moves. The morning more of the east window's gift to the spare room. The morning light and the chair and the sitting in the first sun before the apartment wakes. The morning more of the spare room light, the morning fine. Spare room, morning light, the morning kind. The spare room is the morning's finest secret in the apartment. The morning's kindest gift to the early rise of the east window and the first sun. The feast of the morning light happening in the spare room before the rest of the apartment there has caught the sun. The spare room's morning light advantage, the morning adorning of the spare room with the first gold of the east window. The morning old tradition of the east facing room being the morning room, the bloom of the morning light in the spare room. The morning's finest morning room by virtue of the east window. The morning light, the spare room's daily adorning gift to whoever is awake enough to go into the spare room for the stuff of the first morning light. The east window and the morning's finest feast of the gold on the spare room floor. The morning light coming through the door of the east window. receiving what the sleeping rooms have given up by facing the wrong way. The spare room in the morning way of the east window, the morning gold. Spare room, morning light, the morning gold. Spare room, morning light, the east window, giving the morning's feast of the first sun. The spare room floor, golden in the morning, the more of the morning light in the spare room than in any other. The morning bloom of the east window, spare room gold. Spare room, morning light, morning tone. Spare room, morning light, the spare room light, moving on by night. The east window's gift of the morning, fine gold used up on the spare room floor. The morning light moving to the more western rooms. The spare room light done with its morning east window, right of the first sun. The spare room gold, spare room, morning light, morning old and new. The east window's gift given. Spare room, morning light, the morning driven. The record sleeve on the kitchen floor from last night's listen in the morning. More of the jazz on the floor than on the shelf. The morning in the sleeve, the shelf, waiting for the sleeve's return. The morning, finding the sleeve on the floor, adorning the kitchen with last night's listening. Jazz record, sleeve on floor, morning glistening. Pick the sleeve up from the floor, the cover, art the morning's first morning discover of the image in the daylight. The album art that last night was the solemn dark lit image, now in morning light. A different image, the morning right, rendering of the album art the day. Jazz record, sleeve on floor, morning say. Jazz record, sleeve on floor, the morning find of last night's listening. The morning kind of archaeological morning dig of the night before. The morning big discovery of the sleeve on the floor. The jazz album in the morning, more beautiful in the morning light. The sleeve, jazz record, sleeve on floor, morning believe. I put the record on again, the morning version of last night's listening, adorning the morning kitchen with the jazz, the same record different in the morning. The name of the morning jazz being the same record as last night's jazz. The morning word of the record different in the light. Jazz record, sleeve on floor, morning bright. Jazz record, sleeve on floor, the morning find of last night's listening. The morning kind of archaeological morning dig of the night before. The morning big discovery of the sleeve on the floor. The jazz album in the morning, more beautiful in the morning light. The sleeve, jazz record, sleeve on floor, morning believe. The sleeve goes back on the shelf by noon. The morning jazz done, the morning tune of the record belonging to the morning now, as well as the night, the adorning of both the morning and the night by the jazz record. The morning bright and the night dark, both improved by the jazz. Jazz record, sleeve on floor, the morning has. The jazz record on the kitchen floor. In the morning is the morning's finest door. Into the night before, the sleeve, the bridge between the last night's listening and the ridge of the morning. The jazz record being the morning and the night's way of seeing each other. The same record twice, the night version dark and the morning nice and lit with the morning light. The jazz belonging to both the night and has always belonged to the morning too. The jazz record's morning and the through of the sleeve on the floor being the clue to last night's pleasure. The morning view of the sleeve in the daylight giving the album art a new way of living. In the morning kitchen, the jazz record, the morning's fine, the morning's word of the night before, set in the morning light of the sleeve on the floor, adorning the kitchen morning. kitchen floor.
Jazz records, sleeve on floor. Jazz records, sleeve on floor.
Sleeve on floor. The more and more.
Jazz records, sleeve on floor. Jazz records, sleeve on floor.
Sleeve on floor.
Jazz records,
Sleeve on the shelf. The record on a turntable. The morning playing on into the afternoon. The jazz, the bridge between last night and today. The ridge of the morning crossed by the record. The jazz going on. The morning's word of the night before. Playing again.
jazz records, sleeve on floor.
The wind and wherever listening, moving through the morning. The jazz improving every morning. It plays in the sleep. Jazz records, sleeve on floor. Morning lily. The ka-da-da-doo, da-da-da-da-da-da-doo, da-da-da-da-da-da-doo. The pair's been on the ledge since Monday. The morning and the pair, the one day. Away from the perfect, the morning check of the pair on the ledge. The morning deck of the ripeness test. The thumb press of the pair's morning shoulder to the morning love of the patient fruit. The morning wait, pair on the window ledge. Morning gray. The morning thumb press tells me not yet, still too firm. The morning patience said for one more day of the window ledge. The pair in the morning edge of the ripeness, still a day away. The pair on the ledge, the morning stay of the patient fruit in the morning light. Pair on the window ledge, morning right. Pair on the window ledge, morning check of the rightness. The morning deck of the thumb and the shoulder, the morning test of the pair. The morning's finest quest for the perfect ripeness. The pair and the morning ledge and the morning care of the waiting. The pair and the ledge, pair on the window ledge, a morning edge. On Wednesday, the morning thumb press finds a give the ripeness, the morning kinds of satisfaction. The pair ready, the morning in the right pair, steady in the hand. The morning harvest of the window ledge, the morning Cyrus moment of the pair perfect at last. Pair on the window ledge, morning pair on the window ledge, morning past. Pair on the window ledge, morning check of the rightness. The morning deck of the thumb and the shoulder, the morning test of the pair. The morning's finest quest for the perfect ripeness. The pair and the morning ledge and the morning care of the waiting. The pair and the ledge, pair on the window ledge, the morning edge. The right pair at the morning table, the ledge empty now. The morning at the edge of the Eden. The pair in the bowl with the morning soul of the patient fruit rewarded. The pair in the morning at the morning where the ledge gave it to the morning they eat. Pair on the window ledge, morning sweet. The window ledge pair is the morning's finest exercise in the patience. The morning's kindest relationship with the slow ripening of the good thing. The morning brightening into the right through the days of the ledge. The pair, the morning's finest edge of the patience. The morning check each day, the thumb press, the morning deck of the not yet and the almost and the there. The pair ripening on the morning ledge, the rare pleasure of the watched and waited thing coming to its own. The morning bring of the pair to the perfect from the not yet through the days of the ledge. The morning set of the patience, the warded in the right shoulder under the thumb. The morning type of satisfaction that the bought bright fruit doesn't give. The morning root through the patience, through the right pair, the ledge. The morning's finest patience edge object, the pair. The morning's teacher of the way, the morning's preacher of the good thing coming to the ready when it's ready. The morning steady in the patience of the ledge, pair the way. The morning's finest morning gate. To the right, the pair on the window ledge. The morning patience, the morning edge of the ripeness found through the way. Just for the perfect brightness, the pair in the morning ledge and the morning care of the waiting. The pair in the ledge, pair on the window ledge, the morning edge. Pair on the window ledge, the ledge empty now. The pair in the bowl, the morning patience, the morning whole of the waiting paid off in the right shoulder and under the thumb, the morning type of the satisfaction of the waited fruit. The window ledge empty, the morning route through the patience to the pear sweet. Pear on the window ledge, morning. Is the typewriter one, the screen set to the morning draft, the morning clean white of the document and the typewriter font, the morning's finest morning writer's choice, the font making the draft feel real before it is the morning reveal of the typewriter font on the morning screen. Typewriter font, morning draft, morning scene. I switch to the typewriter font for the first draft, always the morning and the thirst for the feel of the draft being made by the typewriter key, the morning trade of the serif and the monospaced for the draft, the typewriter font, the morning craft of the first pass, the morning font choice, typewriter font, morning draft, the morning voice. Typewriter font, morning draft, the screen white in the font, the morning between the thought and the page, the morning right of the first draft in the morning light, the typewriter font, the morning's finest draft companion, the morning kindest font for the first pass, the morning draft, typewriter font, morning draft, the morning craft. The typewriter font slows the morning down into the deliberate, the morning gown of the considered draft, the font making each word feel weighty, the morning taking its time and the typewriter pace, the draft moving at the morning's finest craft pace, the typewriter font, the morning stop, typewriter font, morning draft, the morning prop. Typewriter font, morning draft, the screen white in the font, the morning between the thought and the page, the morning right of the first draft in the morning light, the typewriter font, the morning's finest draft companion, the morning kindest font for the first pass, the morning draft, typewriter font, morning draft, the morning craft, the morning draft in the typewriter font looks different from the afternoon's gaunt and revised version, the morning draft, the raw material of the craft, the typewriter font making the raw look intentional, the morning law, the first draft honored by the font, typewriter font, morning draft, the morning want. The typewriter font is the morning's finest writing costume, the morning's kindest lie about the draft being finished when it isn't, the typewriter font, the minute of the morning that makes the draft look like a thing already in the book of the typewritten, the morning belief in the draft granted by the motif of the typewriter font, the morning draft, the morning's finest craft of the impersonation of the done and the undone, the morning sun on the typewriter font, it screened the draft looking like the finished craft when it's the beginning, the font, the morning permission to draft badly, the adorning of the rough draft with the typewriter's authority, the morning writer's blessed morning companion, the font that makes the bad draft, the morning one of the writer, the typewriter font, the morning draft's finest morning font of the you can do this, the morning right permission given by the font, the right font for the wrong draft, the morning grace of the typewriter font in the morning space of the first draft, the morning and the draft together in the typewriter font, the craft beginning in the morning font, the screen, typewriter font, morning draft, morning scene. Typewriter font, morning draft, the screen white in the font, the morning between the thought and the page, the morning right of the first draft in the morning light, the typewriter font, the morning's finest draft companion, the morning kindest font for the first pass, the morning draft, typewriter font, morning draft, the morning craft, typewriter font. typewriter font, the morning's finest morning warmth. Deliver the draft in the morning light. Typewriter fonted in the morning right. For the first pass, the morning draft. Typewriter font, morning draft, the craft. The concrete steps at the front of the building, the morning and the steps, the morning garden of the ordinary. They sit on the step with the coffee, the morning in the cap. Ritual of the front steps, sit the morning view from the step level. The adorning of the morning with the low perspective. Concrete steps, morning sit, the directive. I come out in the morning before the building properly wakes. The step, the morning gilding of the street view from below. The usual stand and height, the morning usual perspective of the stand and swap for the sit on the step. The morning and the fit of the body on the concrete. The morning low concrete steps, morning sit, the morning show. Concrete steps, morning sit, the view from the step level. The morning new from down here, the street at shoe level. For the sit in the morning through the low perspective. The coffee warm, the concrete step, the morning form of the sit outside. The morning step, concrete steps, morning sit, the morning kept. The morning from the step looks different. The feet of the passing people at the street level. The morning world at the ankle and the shoe. The morning wrinkle of the high perspective put aside for the low sit. The morning guide to the world from the step level. The seat, concrete steps, morning sit, the morning free. Concrete steps, morning sit, the view from the step level. The morning new from down here, the street at shoe level. For the sit in the morning through the low perspective. The coffee warm, the concrete step, the morning form of the sit outside. The morning step, concrete steps, morning sit, the morning kept. The morning neighbors passing by, the steps sit a morning, the morning pie of the concrete step and the coffee cup. The morning sit before the standing up and going the step. The morning base of the building, the morning place between the inside and the street. Concrete steps, morning sit, the morning seat. The concrete step is the building's morning threshold object. The morning adorning of the between inside and outside with the sit. The step, the morning's finest lit place between the building and the street. The step, the morning sits finest seat for the perspective shift. The low view of the morning street. The morning new from the step level. The ankles of the world going past. The morning unfurled from the step's perspective. The morning small and large at once from the step. The all of the morning viewed from below. The usual, the step, the morning's most unusual. Usual object, the concrete step. The morning sits foundation. The kept morning ritual of the front step. Coffee, the building's finest morning toffee. Color step in the morning light. The sit on the concrete. The morning's finest hit of the outside before the inside claims the day. The step, the morning names as the morning zone between space. The seat of the morning threshold. The morning meat of the inside and the outside. And the sit on the concrete step. The morning lit from below. The usual perspective. The cup of coffee on the step. The morning up from the concrete. The sit, the morning way of being outside before the day. Concrete steps, morning sit, the view from the step level. The morning new from down here, the street at shoe level. For the sit in the morning through the low perspective. The coffee warm, the concrete step, the morning form of a sit outside. The morning step, concrete steps. The morning sit, the morning kept. Concrete steps, morning sit, the morning sit on the step behind me as the day begins. The morning find of the step perspective carried into was older than the apartment. The kettle, the morning's finest department store of the before me. The kettle came from the previous tenant, the same morning kettle that another morning person used for years. The adorning of the kitchen with the old kettle's history. Old kettle, new morning, the mystery. The kettle has a dent on the left side, the morning, and the old kettle, the guide to its age in the den. The kettle warning to its morning usefulness. The born before me kettle making the morning new. Each time it boils the old kettle through and through. Of the morning, the new and old. Old kettle, new morning, morning told. Old kettle, new morning, the boil of the old kettle's morning coil. Heating the water, the old kettle new. And every morning that it puts through the boil, the morning and the kettle's age. The old kettle on the morning stage of the kitchen, the morning new. Old kettle, new morning, morning through. The whistle on the old kettle has a sound different from the new kettle. The found pitch of the old kettle's morning song. The morning whistle not too high and long, but the old kettle's particular tone. Morning and the old kettle's own morning whistle. The morning announce. Old kettle, new morning, the morning ounce. Old kettle, new morning, the boil of the old kettle's morning coil. Heating the water, the old kettle new. And every morning that it puts through the boil, the morning and the kettle's age. The old kettle on the morning stage of the kitchen, the morning new. Old kettle, new morning, morning through. I've thought about replacing it, the new kettles, with the temperature view and the keep warm function. The modern morning kettle, but the old and sodden with the mornings of the previous tenant. And mine now, the old kettle dependent of the morning kitchen. The old stay, old kettle, new morning, the morning way. The old kettle is the morning's finest object lesson in the morning's kindest relationship with the used and the worn. The morning and the dented kettle born into the morning kitchen before me. The old kettle, the morning story of continuity. The kitchen through and through of the old kettle. The new morning happening in the same old kettle. The morning's finest morning battle for the stain. The old kettle, the stay through the mornings of the others. The made morning of the previous tenants and the current. The old kettle permanent. The morning kitchen, the boil, the same old boil on the same coil. The morning water heated in the same old kettle across the different names of the tenants. The kettle, the mornings, witness to the many morning adornings of the same kitchen. The old kettle, haven't seen the mornings, the gentle accumulation of the years in the cups. The old kettle, the morning's cups, the morning's witness. The old kettle, the morning's finest morning medal of the enduring. The old kettle, through the new mornings, the gentle, old and worn and dented kettle morning. The old kettle's whistle, the adorning of each new morning with the old morning sound. The old kettle bold in its continuation. The morning new in the old kettle. The morning through. Old kettle, new morning. The boil of the old kettle's morning coil. Heating the water, the old kettle new. And every morning that it puts through the boil, the morning and the kettle's age. The This is the morning pool, the swimmer's pool, the morning rule of the early lap before the school of the leisure swimmers arise to cool in empty lanes of the morning pool. The sunrise swimmer and the morning tool of the water, the lap, the morning start. Sunrise swimmer, early lap, the morning art. I push off the wall at 6:05. The morning pool, the morning alive. In the water, the lane, mine and the stroke. Already in the body, the morning woke. In the water before anywhere else. The pool, the morning's finest bookshelf of the body's knowledge. The stroke, the page. Sunrise swimmer, early lap, the morning stage. Sunrise swimmer, early lap, the water. The morning's finest daughter of the physical, the lane and the stroke. Body fully awoke in the pool before the coffee, the swim, the morning's edge, the morning's rim of the physical, the sunrise lap, sunrise swimmer, early lap, the morning nap. The morning cool is quieter than the light outside. It's becoming the pool, the right temperature, and the lane, the right length for the morning lap, the slight resistance of the water, the morning push back against the stroke, the morning hush of the pool at 6. The early swimmer, sunrise swimmer, early lap, the morning glimmer. Sunrise swimmer, early lap, the water, the morning's finest daughter of the physical, the lane and the stroke. The morning body fully awoke in the pool before the coffee, the swim, the morning's edge, the morning's rim of the physical, the sunrise lap, sunrise swimmer, early lap, the morning nap. The turn at the end of the lane, the push off the wall, the morning rush of the water past the body, the stroke, the morning's finest language, the woke body speaking in the lap, the pool, the morning's finest morning school of the physical, the lap, the lesson. Sunrise swimmer, early lap, the morning blossom. The sunrise swimmer is the morning's finest athlete, not for the speed but the kindest commitment to the morning body's need for the water. The morning freed by the lane and the stroke and the lap, from the land morning, the morning map, redrawn by the pool, the morning body, in the water, the morning gaudy, with the physical satisfaction of the early lap, the morning love of the water before the rest of the day claims the body, the pool, the morning say of the body in the water, the stroke, the morning's fluent body spoke. Language of the lap, the water, the morning voice of the body, the pool adorning the morning with the physical grace of the early swimmer in the lane space. The turn and the push and the lap again, the morning pool and the sunrise swim, then the towel and the coffee and the day. The sunrise swimmer's finest morning way of starting in the body, in the lane, the morning and the pool and the campaign of the early lap against the morning stiff, the water, the morning's finest cliff of the waking dive, the pool, the clear morning of the body, the swimmer here before the leisure crowd, the lane alone, the sunrise swimmer, the morning on. Sunrise swimmer, early lap, the water, the morning's finest daughter of the physical, the lane and the stroke, the morning body fully awoke in the pool before the coffee, the swim, the morning's edge, the morning's rim of the physical, the sunrise lap, sunrise swimmer, early lap, the morning nap, sunrise swimmer, early lap, the pool behind me, the morning ahead, the body from the water, the morning fed on the physical before the day claims everything, the pool, the way of the morning body, the early lap, the morning's finest morning gap between the sleeping and the day. Sunrise swimmer, early lap, the morning say. The grocery list on the back of the envelope, the morning in the list, the morning scope of the day written in the grocery items, the morning purpose of the list, the rhythms of the day, shaped by the need for the bread and the milk and the something for the ahead of the week. The morning list, the morning plan, grocery list, morning purpose, the morning can. I write the list in the morning when the week's requirements are clear. The pen on the back of the envelope from yesterday's post. The morning list and the ways the day will organize itself around the shopping, the grocery list, the found structure of the morning, the purpose list, grocery list, morning purpose, the morning list, grocery list, morning purpose, the right of the week's requirements in the light of the morning, the list, the morning plan of the practical, the morning scan of the empty shelves and the low supplies, the grocery list, the morning prize of the organized, the morning goal, grocery list, morning purpose, morning hope. The morning list has milk at the top always. The morning grocery stop at the certainty of the milk before the morning list. Anything more exotic, the milk, the morning anchor of the grocery list, the morning ranker of the essential, the milk, the first grocery list, morning purpose, the morning thirst, grocery list, morning purpose, the right of the week's requirements in the light of the morning, the list, the morning plan of the practical, the morning scan of the empty shelves and the low supplies, the grocery list, the morning prize of the organized, the morning goal, grocery list, morning purpose, morning hope. The list grows through the morning as I find the things that are running low, the why of the morning list being better than the evening list, the morning can remember what the evening forgot, the morning kitchen and the guide to get the morning list complete, grocery list, morning purpose, morning sweet. The grocery list is the morning's finest form of the practical, the morning's kindest gift to the afternoon that will do the shopping, the morning writing through the list for the afternoon self, who will thank the morning self for the still remembered item, the morning list, the morning's letter to the afternoon list, requirement reminder, the morning to the afternoon through the grocery list, the through and through of the morning's practical care for the afternoon shopping, the morning there on the list for the afternoon, the bread and the milk and the whatever the ahead of the week requires, the morning list, the morning's finest organizational tryst with the practical, the morning purpose of the list being the morning service to the rest of the day, the grocery list, the morning's contribution to the list of things the day requires, the morning right of the week in grocery items, the right morning use of the back of the envelope, the morning list given the day the scope of the week's requirements, and the practical and organized morning's categorical statement of the need, the grocery list, the morning's finest morning tryst with the useful and the plan, the list, the morning's gift to the afternoon's grist. Grocery list, morning purpose, the right of the week's requirements in the light of the morning, the list, the morning plan of the practical, the morning scan of the empty shelves and the low supplies, the grocery list, the morning prize of the organized, the morning goal, grocery list, morning purpose, morning hope, grocery list, morning purpose, the list on the refrigerator door, the morning having written the before of the shopping, the afternoon will find the list and the morning grocery mind of the week's requirements ready, the morning list, the morning steady purpose of the practical, the day, grocery list, morning purpose, the morning way. The birds before the alarm, the 5:15. Morning outside the window, the unseen choir of the early birds beginning before the days ask for the singing. The dawn chorus in the morning, the first music of the day, the morning thirst quenched by the bird sound before the alarm. Dawn chorus 5:15, the morning charm. The first bird is the blackbird always, the blackbird first in the dawn's early days. The solo before the chorus, the one bird finding its voice before the sun has given permission for the morning. The blackbird start in the morning, a dawning of the street with the first song, the 5:15, blackbird, the morning alive. Dawn chorus 5:15, the morning sound before the alarm, before the day is found. In its full noise, the birds, the morning's finest first expression, the adornings of the early with the bird voice, the song before the city song, the morning long before the traffic, the dawn chorus there, dawn chorus 5:15, the morning air. By 5:20, the chorus is built, the morning bird sound, the morning guilt of the bird choir in the trees outside the window, the morning and the wide song of the many birds now, the blackbird joined by the robin, the morning bird community in the dawn chorus 5:15, dawn chorus 5:15, the morning scene, dawn chorus 5:15, the morning sound before the alarm, before the day is found. In its full noise, the birds, the morning's finest first expression, the adornings of the early with the bird voice, the song before the city song, the morning long before the traffic, the dawn chorus there, dawn chorus 5:15, the morning air. I set the alarm for 5:30, knowing the chorus will wake me first. The growing sound of the birds, the finest morning alarm, the 5:15, adorning of the morning with the bird voice before the phone alarm, the dawn chorus more reliable than the alarm in the spring. Dawn chorus 5:15, the morning ring. The dawn chorus is the morning's oldest alarm, the morning's morning boldest music before the music of the day. The birds haven't been the morning's way of announcing itself since before the city built its own morning noise. The pretty dawn chorus of the spring and summer, the morning's finest morning drummer, the bird voice in the early air before the traffic and before the blare of the city morning starting. The birds having the morning first in their words of song, 5:15 morning song of the blackbird and the robin, the long history of the dawn chorus, the bird morning before the human morning heard its own voice in the city starting. The birds, the morning's oldest morning words, a greeting, the dawn chorus 5:15, the morning before the morning has been claimed by the city, the bird morning free and singing in the trees, the 5:15, the morning's finest first 5 minutes, the song before everything, the morning long and bird voice and the finest alarm, dawn chorus 5:15, the morning charm of the ancient morning greeting, the bird song, the morning's first and finest word. Dawn chorus 5:15, the morning sound before the alarm, before the day is found. In its full noise, the birds, the morning's finest first expression, the adornings of the early with the bird voice, the song before the city song, the morning long before the traffic, the dawn chorus there. song don't chorus 5:15 the morning long. Reading glasses on the table from last night's reading. The morning come to the glasses before the bright toast. The fine of the morning glasses and the morning mind of the nearsighted morning. The glasses on before the toast. The morning and the dawn of the corrected vision. The right toast and reading glasses. Morning moans. The rye bread darker in the toaster slot. The morning in the rye bread, the hot and dark and substantial morning bread. The reading glasses on the morning head before the toast is done. The morning pair of the glasses and the toast. The morning there on the table with the reading lens. Right toast and reading glasses, morning bed. Right toast and reading glasses, morning clear. Everything in focus, now the near. Things sharpened by the glasses, the right toast coming out the toaster. The mind, morning pair of the glasses and the bread. The morning corrected and the morning fed on the right and the reading glasses. Both right toast and reading glasses, the morning. Oh, the right toast is darker than the white. The morning bread choice, the morning right of the rye and the glasses. The morning pair that makes the morning sharper. The morning there in the glasses and the toast. The morning clear through the lens and the rye. The morning here in the corrected and the fed morning. Right toast and reading glasses, morning adorning. Right toast and reading glasses, morning clear. Everything in focus, now the near. Things sharpened by the glasses, the right toast coming out the toaster. The mind, morning pair of the glasses and the bread. The morning corrected and the morning fed on the rye and the reading glasses. Both right toast and reading glasses, the morning. Oh, the morning paper read through the morning lens. The right toast and the reading glasses, the bends of the morning through the corrected eye. The right toast substantial, the morning high and dark and reading glasses clear. The morning focus, the morning here in the rye and the lens. The morning sharp, right toast and reading glasses, the morning heart. The reading glasses are the morning's finest. Emission of the need, the kindest. Morning accessory, the glasses. The morning's honest passport to the corrected morning vision. The morning and the glasses decision to make the morning clear. The right toast, the morning's honest white of the substantial breakfast. The dark red, the morning's finest morning mark of the real and the filling. The rye and the glasses together, the morning eye corrected and the morning stomach fed on the rye. The morning comic and serious, both in the glasses and toast. The morning's most honestly boasted pairing. The rye and the lens are clear. Morning through the glasses, the rye here dark in the toast, just like the morning. The corrected and the fed, the adorning of the morning with the two necessities of the nearsighted morning's remedies. The reading glasses for the morning eye, the right toast for the morning stomach. The why of the pairing being the honest morning need, met by the glasses and the rye, the free morning of the corrected and the fed. Right toast and reading glasses, morning said. Right toast and reading glasses, morning clear. Everything in focus, now the near. Things sharpened by the glasses, the right toast coming out the toaster. The mind, morning pair of the glasses and the bread. The morning corrected and the morning fed on the rye and the reading glasses. Both right toast and reading glasses, the morning. Oh, right toast and reading glasses. at the end of the morning, reading the right toast love of the morning, stomach done, the morning clear and fed, the breakfast adorning the morning with its two accessories of the nearsighted, the morning ease of the corrected vision, and the right toast morning, the morning and the by the window reading through the lens, right toast and reading glasses, morning in. I opened the linen closet for a towel, and the morning smell of the linen, the prowl of the lavender sachet in the sheets, the morning linen closet, morning meets the nose before the coffee, the morning find of the linen smell, the morning kind of scent that comes from the folded and the stored linen closet, morning smell, the morning poured. The linen closet has its own morning weather, the lavender and the clean lit together of the stored linen smell, the morning closet. Open into the scent, the morning deposit of the clean linen fragrance in the air of the hallway, the morning and the rare morning moment of the linen smell. Linen closet, morning smell, the morning well. Linen closet, morning smell, the open door of the morning's finest spoken scent, the lavender and the clean of the stored sheets, the morning between the night linen and the day, the closet, the morning scent archive, the morning deposit of the lavender and the folded sheets. Linen closet, morning smell, morning meets. The lavender sachet is the small cloth bag that grandmother's hall closet had, the morning tradition of the scented linen, the morning mission of the lavender to keep the sheets fresh in the closet, the morning trees, the opening of the linen door, linen closet, morning smell, the more linen closet, morning smell, the open door of the morning's finest spoken scent, the lavender and the clean of the stored sheets, the morning between the night linen and the day, the closet, the morning scent archive, the morning deposit of the lavender in the folded sheets. Linen closet, morning smell, morning meets. I take the towel and close the closet door, the morning smell of the linen, the more that lingers in the hallway, the lavender following me into the morning, the ander of the scent through the morning hall, the linen closet, morning and the all of the day beginning with the clean smell. Linen closet, morning smell, the morning well. The linen closet holds the morning's oldest scent tradition, the morning boldest connection to the before us mornings, when the linen closet's adornings of lavender were the morning's finest perfume, the morning's morning kindest gift to the nose before the coffee, the linen closet, morning toffee sweet with the lavender and the clean of the sheets, the morning between the night and the day, finding its scent in the linen closet, the morning lent its finest perfume by the folded sheets, the lavender sachet and the morning meets of the scent in the hallway, the linen closet, the morning's oldest morning deposit of the fragrance, the clean and the kept scent of the sheets, and the morning slept in and the waking, the closet door opening to the morning scent, the more of the lavender in the morning air, the linen closet. closet, morning smell. The closet door closed, the morning carrying the lavender through the hallway, the varying degrees of the scent as the morning moves into the kitchen. The morning grooves of the linen smell and the morning air, the towel warm from the closet, the care of the lavender sachet doing its work. Linen closet, morning smell, the morning quirk of the finest morning perfume free. Linen closet, morning smell, the morning me. The table is set for two by habit. The morning and the breakfast, the grab it and reset are the one place setting the morning. Finding the table laid for two adorning. The kitchen with the absence that the habit reveals. The morning and the cabinet of the usual, now the occasional. Breakfast for one, table for two, the vocational. I set one place now, the morning habit of the single setting. The morning grab it and lay the one plate and the one cup. The morning and the breakfast and the up of the single morning. The table for two, now the one. The morning able to be the solo morning, the one place. Breakfast for one, table for two, the space. Breakfast for one, table for two. The morning and the extra setting through the morning. The one place laid with care. The morning table and the empty chair. Not warm but notice the morning fine with the one place and the morning mind. To breakfast and alone, the table set. Breakfast for one, table for two, the end. The one place set and looks right on the table that once held two. The morning able to be beautiful in the single place. The morning and the one cup's grace on the table for two. The morning so low, the morning and the single. The morning so low as in alone and so high as in free. Breakfast for one, table for two. The morning me. Breakfast for one, table for two. The morning and the extra setting through the morning. The one place laid with care. The morning table and the empty chair. Not mourn but notice the morning fine with the one place and the morning mind. To breakfast and alone, the table set. Breakfast for one, table for two, the end. Sometimes I set the table for two still. The morning habit of the will to the shared breakfast. The morning laid for two just in case. The morning made for the possibility of the shared table. The breakfast for one prepared, but the table for two. The morning hope, breakfast for one, table for two, the rope. There is a morning that belongs to the solo. Breakfast, the morning of the solo, and the so high of the single table. The morning and the one place fable of the breakfast for one. The table for two being the morning's able record of the shift, the single place setting the morning's honest face of the current. The table for two, the morning's memory, the through and through of the morning being honest about the one place. The morning fondest of a simple single breakfast. The cup and the plate and the morning up and late for one. The table for two, the morning setting, morning through and through of the solo, morning the fine, and on a single breakfast, the morning mind. To lay the table for one and eat the breakfast in the solo seat and find the morning good. The table for two, the morning's honest label of the where we are. The breakfast for one, morning honest, the morning done with the pretending of the two plates laying. The one place morning, the morning saying this is where the morning is the seed. The one place late, the breakfast sweet and solo and sufficient. The morning whole in the one place breakfast. The morning soul of the single table. The breakfast fine, breakfast for one, table for two, the mind. Breakfast for one, table for two. The morning and the extra setting through the morning. The one place laid with care. The morning table and the empty chair. Not mourn but notice the morning fine with the one place and the morning mind. To breakfast in alone, the table set. Breakfast for one, table for two, the end. Breakfast for one, table for two, the yet. The breakfast done, the one place clear, the morning and the table for two, the weird and ordinary morning of the solo. Breakfast on the table, the solo, and so fine. Morning of the one place late, the morning honest, the morning made from the single setting and the cup. Breakfast for one, table for two, the up. And morning of the solo breakfast bright. Breakfast for one, table for two, morning right. The bookmark at the dog-eared page, the book left open on the table. The morning look at the half-read book, the morning pick it up before the coffee, the quick return to where the story left off last night. The morning read in the morning light, on the page where the character decides. Half-read book, morning pick up, the morning guides. I left off at the scene where everything changes for the character. The morning bring the return to the page, the book still warm from the table overnight. The morning form of the story waiting where I left it, the bookmark holding the place, the grid of the night before still in the paragraph. Half-read book, morning pick up, the morning half-read book, morning pick up the page. Remember from the night before, the stage of the story exactly where I left the reading. The morning bereft of nothing for the half-read book's return. The morning and the story, the morning learn of what comes next. The half-read morning found. Half-read book, morning pick up, morning sound. The morning reading is the finest kind of the story. The morning mind, fresher than the night before's tired eye. The morning in the half-read, the why. The morning return to the page, be in the story clearer in the morning. See in the words in the morning light differently. Half-read book, morning pick up, the morning free. Half-read book, morning pick up the page. Remember from the night before, the stage of the story exactly where I left the reading. The morning bereft of nothing for the half-read book's return. The morning and the story, the morning learn of what comes next. The half-read morning found. Half-read book, morning pick up, morning sound. 10 minutes before the coffee's done, the morning and the half-read book, the one chapter that the morning gives before the day begins. The morning more of the story in the 10 minutes of the morning reading. The morning love of the half-read book picked up the page. Half-read book, morning pick up the stage. The half-read book on the morning table is the morning's most comfortable fable of the night before, connecting to the day through the story. The morning way of the book being the bridge between the sleeping and the waking. The morning scene of the pickup and the page remembered, and the 10 minutes of the morning tender to the story before the coffee and the day claims the morning. The half-read books stay on the morning table, the finest morning invitation to the story, the adorning of the morning with the 10 minutes of the reading. The morning fits the story into its beginning, the page, the morning and the half-read sage advice to take the 10 minutes before the coffee and the day. The morning more for the story, pick up the half-read find of the morning in the mind, returning to the story, the bookmark there between the pages. The morning care of the kept place, the morning return to the half-read story. The morning earn of the next 10 pages, the story moving forward in the morning proving that the half-read book belongs on the table overnight. That the half-read fable continues in the morning better than it did the night before. The morning plan of the half-read pickup, the finest start. Half-read book, morning pick up the page. Remember from the night before, the stage of the story exactly where I left the reading. The morning bereft of nothing for the half-read book's return. The morning and the story, the morning learn of what comes next. The up morning right. The slow train is the one that stops at every station. The morning train that's very far from express. The one that takes the long way. The morning that makes the commute into the journey. The stop at every village station. The drop and rise of the morning passengers. The seat, slow train, window seat, morning sweet. I chose the slow train over the express this morning. The morning's interest in the longer version of the commute. The slow train and the morning, the route that passes through the fields before the city. The morning and the more of the countryside and the commute today. Slow train, window seat, the morning way. Slow train, window seat, the morning pass through the stations and the morning glass of the window showing the world at pace. The slow train's morning, the morning face of the countryside before the town. The slow train morning, never let down by the speed. The slow train morning finds. Slow train, window seat, the morning kind. The window seat on the slow train gives the morning time. The morning lives in the slow train window. The field and the station and the morning yield of the countryside to the watching eye. The slow train morning and the sky above the fields. The morning white. Slow train, window seat, the morning ride. Slow train, window seat, the morning pass through the stations and the morning glass of the window showing the world at pace. The slow train's morning, the morning face of the countryside before the town. The slow train morning, never let down by the speed. The slow train morning fight. Slow train, window seat, the morning kind. The slow train stops at the small station and 3 people get off. The morning nation of the small station morning. The brief stop and the morning relief of the slow pace. The station name on the platform sign. The morning game of the station names along the slow line. Slow train, window seat, the morning fine. The slow train is the morning's finest argument against the fastest and the kindest. Commute being the quickest. The slow train morning giving the morning the slow and seeing time that the express train takes away. The slow train morning that makes the commute into the morning journey. The window seat, the morning's attorney for the case against the rushing through the morning landscape. The morning view from the slow train window of the field and the small station and the yield of the morning given to the watching. The slow train morning and the watching of the world from the window seat. The pace of the slow train, the morning's grace of the unhurried. The morning given the length of the commute to be driven by the window and the slow passage through the morning landscape. The morning new in the small station names and the field between them. The slow train morning yield of the journey over the destination. The window seat in every station of the slow line. The morning more for the slow train. The morning more than the express would have given the time of the slow train morning. The morning rhyme of the field and the station and the seat. The slow train morning, the morning sweet. Slow train, window seat, the morning pass. The morning pass through the stations and the morning glass. The morning glass of the window showing the world at pace. The slow train's morning, the morning face of the countryside. morning kind. Slow train, window seat. The city arrives at the end of the slow line. The morning, having taken the show of the fields and the small stations. Through the window, the slow train morning new. With the length of the journey to see the morning's finest morning treat of the unhurried commute. The slow train morning and the morning glow. The thought came at 6:17. Before the coffee, the morning between the sleeping and the properly awake. The note app open for the thought's sake. Before it goes away, the morning thought that doesn't get the noting, the morning caught in the notes app. Before the coffee's on, notes app, morning thought, the morning gone. I type it with one eye, open the note, arriving barely formed, the morning vote. For the thought before the sleep reclaims the thought, the notes app, and the aims of the morning's earliest thinking. The 6:17 thought in the morning fix of the note before the note is gone. Notes app, morning thought that carry on. Notes app, morning thought, the morning keep of the idea that came between the sleep and the awake. The thought that needs the note before the morning proceeds to the coffee in the shower and the crew of the morning, the notes app and you and the thought at 6:17. The notes app, morning thought, the morning quote. The note reads barely coherent in the day. The 6:17 thought haven't made its way into the notes app through the half asleep hand on the phone. The morning keep of the barely formed idea. The note decipherable enough to be the vote for the follow-up and fully awake. Notes app, morning thought, the morning take. Notes app, morning thought, the morning keep of the idea that came between the sleep and the awake. The thought that needs the note before the morning proceeds to the coffee in the shower and the crew of the morning, the notes app and you and the thought at 6:17. The notes app, morning thought, the morning quote. By mid-morning I open the note again. The 6:17 thought and the pen of the notes app having preserved it. The morning thought that almost missed the waking. The notes app, the morning net of the half-awake idea. The morning yet to fully understand what it noted. Notes app, morning thought, the morning quoted. The notes app is the modern morning notebook, the digital morning quote of the thought that comes between the sleep and the awake. The morning keep of the idea in the notes app, the save of the morning thought from the grave of the forgotten. The thought that visits only the morning half awake. The visits of the best ideas to the liminal morning state, the most subliminal thinking of the day happening between the alarm and the coffee. The morning scene of the half awake note, the one eye open, the notes app, and the why of the morning thought being the notes app's finest contribution. The notes carrying the morning thought into the day. The notes app, the morning's finest way of preserving the 6:17 idea. The morning thought and the notes app clear enough at 6:17 to get the thought into the app before the morning forgot the idea that came between the sleep and the awake. The notes app keep of the morning's finest thinking. The note, the morning's most important morning quote of the half-awake thought. The morning mind at its most creative. The notes app fine of the morning thought before the day claims the morning. The notes app way of holding the morning thought in place until the morning finds its proper face. Notes app, between the sleep and the awake. The notes at the key of the morning thought, the morning fine. Notes at morning thought, the morning mine. The rain boots by the door since Tuesday. The morning finally delivering the new day of rain to justify the boots. The weight of the rain boots at the door. The great arrival of the rain morning. The boots coming into their morning. The roots through the morning puddles finally there. Rain boots puddle morning, the morning air. At the corner is the deep one, the one that the pavement's crease creates from the overnight rain. The rain boot morning stepping into the main puddle at the corner without the hesitation of the regular shoe morning. The celebration of the rain boot step into the deep rain boots puddle morning. The leap rain boots puddle morning. The step into the puddle, the morning kept dry from the ankle down. The boot, the morning's waterproof commute companion. The puddle morning stride of the rain boot, the morning guide through the wet. The rain boot morning ride, rain boots puddle morning, morning ride. The puddle morning sounds different. The boot on the wet pavement, the commute of the rain boot morning having its own percussion. The morning bits of the splash and the rain boot step, the morning puddle and the morning kept interesting by the rain. The boot, a rain boots puddle morning. The root, a rain boots puddle morning. The step into the puddle, the morning kept dry from the ankle down. The boot, the morning's waterproof commute companion. The puddle morning stride of the rain boot, the morning guide through the wet. The rain boot morning ride, rain boots puddle morning, morning ride. I step around the puddles that are shallow and through the ones that are deep, the fallow pleasure of the puddle choice. The rain boot morning giving back the morning terrain of the wet street as a navigable and enjoyable thing. The morning able to be good despite the rain. The boot, rain boots puddle morning. The fruit, the rain boot is the morning's finest argument for the prepared, the kindest gift the overnight gave the morning. The boots by the door, the morning adorning itself with the right footwear for the wet street. The puddle morning and the yet to be splash boots at the door. The choice of the rain boot, the morning's voice of the practical joy. The wet morning made navigable by the morning adorning of the feet with the waterproof boot. The puddle morning and the commute through the wet. The rain boot, the morning's friend in the rain. The morning scornings of the wet dismissed by the boot. The puddle morning and the root through the wet made dry from the ankle down. The rain boot morning through the town. The puddles, the morning navigator of the wet. The rain boot, the greater morning pleasure for the rain to step into the corner puddle. The morning kept whole and dry and navigated well by the rain boot morning. The morning tell of the weather through the boots report. The puddle morning and the rain boot saw the morning that the sunny morning lacks. The rain boot morning on the wet tracks of the pavement. The puddle morning bright with the boot step. The morning ride, rain boots puddle morning. The step into the puddle, the morning kept dry from the ankle down. The boot, the morning's waterproof commute companion. The puddle morning stride of the rain boot, the morning guide through the wet. The rain boot morning ride, rain boots puddle morning, morning ride. Rain boots puddle morning. The rain boots at the office door, the wet pavement behind me. The morning yet to dry outside the window. The boot having done its morning puddle commute with the finest waterproof calm. The rain boots puddle morning balm of the wet street navigated right. Rain boots puddle morning, morning bright. of the morning, looking back the grace of the good enough. The mirror saying, the morning face is fine, the swaying judgment of the too tired eye on the face. In the mirror, the morning replace of the scrutiny with the good enough. Morning mirror, good enough, the stuff. I used to spend longer at the mirror, the morning face inspection, the clearer and more critical eye, the younger morning, the longer and the hunger of the morning mirror for the perfect, which never came, the morning defect of the too long mirror morning, the instead. Morning mirror, good enough. Morning said, morning mirror, good enough, the face of the morning in the morning place of the mirror, the good enough, the finest morning verdict on the face, the kindest thing. The morning mirror says the good enough morning face doing what it should, which is be the morning face, the here. Morning mirror, good enough, morning clear. The mirror in the morning needs the light and the good enough, the morning right relationship with the reflection, the quick and the done. The morning face, the thick and thin of the overnight and the up. The morning mirror and the morning cup of coffee, the only morning assessors. Morning mirror, good enough, the professors. Morning mirror, good enough, the face of the morning in the morning plays of the mirror, the good enough, the finest morning verdict on the face, the kindest thing. The morning mirror says the good enough morning face doing what it should, which is be the morning face, the here. Morning mirror, good enough, morning clear. The good enough is the morning's finest gift to the mirror morning, the morning lift of the self-acceptance. The mirror saying the face is the morning face, the swaying away from the critical into the kind. The morning mirror and the morning mind are the good enough, the morning free. Morning mirror, good enough, the sea. The morning mirror is the morning's first encounter with the self, the morning thirst for the assessment of the overnight face. The mirror, the morning's meeting place between the self and the reflection, the dawn face in the mirror, having worn the night across it. The morning eyes carrying the sleep, the morning surprise of the face, being the face, the good enough morning face, doing what it could do overnight, which is rest and rise and be the morning face. The eyes looking back from the mirror, the morning assessment of the face, the adorning of the morning with the good enough verdict. The mirror in the morning, the perfect, not required, the good enough, the true morning standard. The mirror and you in the morning agreeing that the face is fine, is ready, is in the place of the morning face that goes out into the day. The mirror and the morning through and through with the good enough, the kind. Morning mirror, the morning find of the self and the good enough reflection. The morning mirror and the self-affection of the good enough, the morning fair assessment of the overnight face there in the mirror. The morning and the clear-eyed, good enough, the morning here. Morning mirror, good enough, the face of the morning in the morning place of the mirror, the good enough, the finest morning verdict on the face, the kindest thing. The morning mirror says the good enough morning face doing what it should, which is be the morning face, the here. Morning mirror, good enough, morning clear. Morning mirror, good enough, the mirror left behind as the morning moves into the day. spoon in the pot. The slow oats going in before the morning glow has fully established itself. The stir of the oats, the morning's first preferred. Ends for the manual, the wooden spoon, the morning's oldest kitchen tool. The tune of the stirring in the pot. The slow oats, wooden spoon and slow oats, the morning notes. Of the patient morning breakfast, the voice of the wooden spoon against the pot. The morning percussion, the morning not in a hurry, because the slow oats teach the morning what the morning has to teach, which is the patience of the slow and good. Wooden spoon and slow oats, the morning should. Wooden spoon and slow oats, the morning stir. The morning blur of the 20 minutes into something made with care and with the morning and the laid back pace of the wooden spoon around the pot. The slow oats morning sound of the stir and the thickening. The spoon, wooden spoon and slow oats, the morning tune. The wooden spoon has been in the kitchen longer than everything else. The stitching of the meals and the mornings on its grain. The wooden spoon, the morning's finest plain utensil. Nothing clever in the wood, just the shape and the function and the good of the stirring tool. Spoon and the pot, wooden spoon and slow oats, morning guide. A wooden spoon and slow oats, the morning stir of the patient breakfast, the morning blur of the 20 minutes into something made with care and with the morning and the laid back pace of the wooden spoon around the pot. The slow oats morning sound of the stir and the thickening. The spoon, wooden spoon and slow oats, the morning tune. The oats thicken over the 20 minutes, the morning and the slow oats, the limits of the patience tested pleasantly by the stirring, the morning presently at the point where the oats are done. The wooden spoon lifting in the sun of the morning kitchen. The oats complete, wooden spoon and slow oats, morning sweet. The wooden spoon and the slow oats are the morning's most deliberate breakfast, pairing the adornings of the morning with the slow and patient making of the food, the most complacent in the best sense breakfast. The morning, not asking for the quick, but adorning the 20 minutes with the stir. The wooden spoon in the pot, the morning good, and by the patience of the cooking, the slow oats, the morning's finest morning slow breakfast. The wooden spoon, the morning's oldest kitchen companion, the morning boldest in its patience. The 20 minutes stir, the morning at its most deliberate, the blur of the impatient morning replaced by the clear and patient morning of the wooden spoon here in the pot. The oats thickening the morning, earning its breakfast through the adorning of the 20 minutes with the stir. The wooden spoon and the slow oats, the blur of the morning into the patient thing that the wooden spoon and slow oats bring to every morning that chooses them. The wooden spoon and slow oats, the stem of the morning patience, the breakfast grown into the morning. The wooden spoon's own morning magic of the slow and stir. The wooden spoon and slow oats, the word of the morning being patience, being slow, being the deliberate stir. The morning know how of the 20 minutes and the pot. The wooden spoon and slow oats, the morning got. Wooden spoon and slow oats, the morning stir of the patient breakfast, the morning blur of the 20 minutes into something made with care and with the morning and the laid back pace of the wooden spoon around the pot. The slow oats morning sound of the stir and the thickening. The spoon, wooden spoon and slow oats, the morning tune. Wooden spoon and slow oats, the oats in the bowl, the spoon beside the pot. The morning having provided the 20 minutes of the patient stir. The wooden spoon and the morning blur of the slow breakfast. so that the slow oats need wooden spoon, and slow oats the morning freed. The side street off the usual route, the morning taking the alternate, the boot on the different pavement, the morning find of the side street, the morning mind, curious about the left instead of straight, the side street morning, never late for the discovery of the just around the corner. Side street morning find, the morning corner. The side street has a bookshop I didn't know about, the morning in the show of the side street secret morning life. The bookshop and the morning and the knife of the closed sign, but the window full of the books. The morning's pulled toward the window and the tilted spine. Side street morning find, the morning line. Side street morning find, the morning left. Turning predictable, the side street giving the morning something new, the morning living in the discovery of the left turn street. The morning's finest unexpected beat of the side street and what it had. Side street morning fine, the morning glad. Side street also has a painted wall, a mural I've never seen, the hall of the side street's morning gallery. The mural in the morning, the salary of the side street's gift. The painted morning wall, the morning tainted by nothing, just the mural and the light. It's side street morning find, the morning bright. Side street morning find, the morning left. Turn into the unknown, the morning bereft of the predictable, the side street giving the morning something new, the morning living in the discovery of the left turn street. The morning's finest unexpected beat, oh, the side street and what it had. Side street morning fine, the morning glad. The side street connects to the main road 2 blocks further on. The morning code of the city cracked by the side street route, the shortcut that was also the pursuit of the new. The side street morning find of the bookshop and the mural and the kind of morning that the side street gives. Side street morning find, the morning lives. The city has more side streets than you know, the morning more alternative routes to go through it than the direct and the usual. The side street morning, the refusal of the straight line, the morning's embrace of the left turn and the new face of the street that was always there, just left of the usual. The morning bereft of nothing for the detour, the side street adding to the morning sweet with the unexpected find, the mural and the bookshop and the plural morning of the side street. The morning more than the direct route, the morning door of the side street opening into the version of the city. The usual route's immersion in its own track doesn't allow for the side street morning, the morning explorer of the city's own side street collection. The morning and the sideways reflection on the roof, the left turn giving back the city in a different morning track. The side street morning find, the morning earn of the something new, the morning turn into the unknown street and the found bookshop and mural and morning sound of the side street doing its morning thing. The side street morning and the morning bring of the unexpected into the day. Side street morning find, the morning way. Side street morning find, the morning left. Turn into the unknown, the morning bereft of the predictable. The side street giving the morning something new, the morning living in the discovery of the left turn street. The morning's finest unexpected beat, ooh, the side street and what it had. Side street morning fine, the morning glass. Side street morning fine, the side street rejoins the main road ahead. The morning carrying the fine thread of the bookshop and the mural through the rest of the morning new. With the side streets gifts, the left turn paid back in the fine. The morning made more introspecting for the detour. Side street morning fine, the morning more. It arrived in the morning, postcard from somewhere warm and hard to place exactly on the map. The stamp unfamiliar, the postmark down. From the travel through the postal system, the postcard from somewhere warm, the wisdom of the friend who still sends postcards home. Postcard from somewhere warm, the morning poem. The writing is her handwriting, the small, neat letters that I know. The hall table receiving the postcard while I was sleeping in the morning. And the why of the postcard arriving now. The trip she mentioned in the autumn, the clip of her itinerary on the calendar. The card, postcard from somewhere warm, the regard. Postcard from somewhere warm, morning hope. The card between the fingers, the toad. Story of the somewhere warm, and the picture on the front, the morning mixture of the here and the there. The cold kitchen and the warm postcard, the bold color of the somewhere warm. The card, postcard from somewhere warm, the regard. The picture on the front is a square of the somewhere warm, the morning there in the image. The color of the warm place hid in the cold kitchen morning form of the here, the morning and the far away together in the morning star of the postcard. The morning both places, postcard from somewhere warm, the faces. Postcard from somewhere warm, morning hope. The card between the fingers, the told. Story of the somewhere warm, and the picture on the front, the morning mixture of the here and the there. The cold kitchen and the warm postcard, the bold color of the somewhere warm. The card, postcard from somewhere warm, the regard. I read the message on the back, small, neat letters of her handwriting. The all of the somewhere warm in 15 words. The morning postcard and it's 15 words. Saying more than 15 words can say the postcard from somewhere warm. The day better for the card on the morning table. Postcard from somewhere warm, the fable. The postcard is the morning's finest form of the distant made present, the warm. Somewhere arriving in the cold kitchen morning, the story told in the picture and the 15 words. The postcard and its morning words crossing the distance from the warm to the cold, the morning and the form of the friendship maintained across the miles. Through the postcard, through the styles of the handwriting and the chosen image of the somewhere warm. The morning bridge between the here and the there. The card, the morning's finest reach and regard across the distance. The warm somewhere arriving in the cold morning air of the kitchen. Through the postcard, the friends send in the morning a warm message. The band in the morning toward the warm. The card, the morning's finest morning guard against the cold of the kitchen morning. The postcard from somewhere warm adorning the morning with its colors and its news of the friend in the somewhere warm. The views from the warm place arriving cold in the morning post. The morning told by the postcard that somewhere it's warm. The morning kitchen and the postcard form of the distant friendship. The morning hold of the card from somewhere warm in the cold morning. The morning and the warm somewhere existing together in the morning air. The kitchen, the postcard, the bridge. Postcard candles on the refrigerator door. The morning and the somewhere warm the more. The kitchen has of the warm somewhere now. The postcard and the morning and the how of the friend's handwriting on the card. Staying in the kitchen, the morning card. Against the cold, the postcard warm on the refrigerator door. The morning form of the somewhere warm now in the room. Postcard from somewhere warm. The bloom. The studio empty at 7 in the morning. The lights on low, the morning adorning the space before anyone else arrives. The morning practice in the empty thrives on the alone of it, the room entirely. Fine at this hour, the morning barely into itself, and the practice already begun. Morning practice, empty studio, the one. I come in now before the others, the key in my bag since the first week, the free hour of the studio mind by arrangement and by habit. The morning estrangement from the later crowded studio version. The morning practice, the finest immersion into the work before the social work begins. Morning practice, empty studio, the winds. Morning practice, empty studio, alone in the space that's usually shared. The tone of the practice different in the empty room. The morning and the practice in the bloom of the work without the watching, the pure morning practice of the unseen, the sure and certain knowledge that this hour is free. Morning practice, empty studio, just me. The morning practice in the empty studio is the practice that the others don't know about, the private morning work that feeds the public afternoon. The morning seeds of the better later, the morning hour of the practice at the morning's power before the room fills the morning mind. Morning practice, empty studio, fine. Morning practice, empty studio, alone in the space that's usually shared. The tone of the practice different in the empty room. The morning and the practice and the bloom of the work without the watching, the pure morning practice of the unseen, the sure and certain knowledge that this hour is free. Morning practice, empty studio, just me. By 8 the first others arrive and find me already warm. The morning kind of ahead, the practice having done its morning work before the public one begins. The empty studio morning, the secret of the afternoon's adorning with the better version of the practice self. Morning practice, empty studio, the shelf. The empty morning studio is the morning's gift to the practitioner. The adornings of the work removed for 1 hour before the audience, and the power of the observed practice claim the room. The morning studio in the bloom of its emptiness, the finest version of the space. The morning immersion in the work for the work's own sake. The practice with no audience to make. The performance of it, just the doing of the thing for the doing, the pursuing of the better without the better needing to be seen. The morning studio heating nothing but the practice. The room empty of everything except the morning plenty of the work and the worker and the light on the studio floor. The morning ride in the empty practice room, the door closed against the later, the morning more productive for the empty, the pure practice of the alone and the morning cure for the watch practice. The morning studio, the finest laboratory of the know-how, the skills in the morning air of the empty studio practice there. Without witness, without the performance stress, the morning practice in its finest, yes. Morning practice, empty studio, alone in the space that's usually shared. The tone of the practice different in the empty room. The morning and the practice and the bloom of the work without the watching, the pure morning practice of the unseen, the sure and certain knowledge that this hour is free. Morning practice, empty studio. practice hour, the morning's finest private power. The croissant is a Tuesday luxury, a weekday morning's finest jewelry. Of the breakfast table, the pastry that usually lives on weekend mornings, that was saved for Saturday. But today, the Tuesday morning, asking in its way for the weekend pastry. The croissant here, croissant on a weekday morning clear. I passed the boulangerie on the walk, and the croissant in the window did the talk. The croissants stew through glass in the morning light, the golden and the layered and the bright. Of the butter and the lamination, the croissant's morning station. In the window saying Tuesday fine, croissant on a weekday, yours and mine. Croissant on a weekday morning, when the Tuesday morning let in the pastry into the working week. The croissant saying the weekday morning needs no way. In other words, of the good breakfast, the fine pastry on any morning. The line between the weekend and the week erased. Croissant on a weekday morning grace. The croissant tears into layers the way that only the laminated pastry the day made better by the tearing of the flake. The morning croissant morning, the morning take of the pastry into the working week. The butter in the layers, the morning seek of the weekend pleasure in the Tuesday. Croissant on a weekday, the morning way. Croissant on a weekday morning, when the Tuesday morning let in the pastry into the working week. The croissant saying the weekday morning needs no way. In all the worth of the good breakfast, the fine pastry on any morning. The line between the weekend and the week erased. Croissant on a weekday morning grace. The croissant with the coffee, the morning pair of the French breakfast arriving where the English toast usually lives. The morning international of the pastry adorning the Tuesday with its continental best. The croissant on the weekday, the morning test of whether Tuesday can be Saturday. Croissant on a weekday morning say. The croissant is the morning's finest argument against the reservation of the best for the weekend only. The morning meant to have the pastry whenever the chest desires it. The Tuesday croissant making the case for the morning want, being honored on any day of the week. The croissant morning, the morning seek of the pleasure without the waiting for the weekend. The morning creating its own occasion for the pastry, the day not needing to be Saturday to say that the croissant is appropriate now. The morning and the croissant, the how of the weekday breakfast elevated by the pastry. The morning liberated from the toast of the working week by the croissant. The morning peak of the Tuesday achieved through the layers of the butter and the pastry. The prayers of the Tuesday morning answered by the golden croissant in the bag. The morning olden pastry in the new Tuesday morning hand. The croissant on a weekday, understand that the finest breakfast don't respect the calendar. The morning correct in its croissant Tuesday claim the weekday morning and the pastry name. Croissant on a weekday morning, when the Tuesday morning letting the pastry into the working week. The croissant saying the weekday morning needs no way. And all the worth of the good breakfast, the fine pastry on any morning. The line between the weekend and the week erased. Croissant on a weekday morning grace. Croissant on a weekday. The croissant done, the flakes on the plate. The Tuesday morning arriving great despite the week around it. The pastry, the morning's finest morning last free. Argument for the spontaneous good breakfast. The morning doing what it should, which is be the finest morning it can. Croissant on a weekday morning plan. The claimer came from the potter's market on a Saturday, 3 autumns back. The darket carries in the glaze a kind of warmth the mass-produced mug doesn't have. The north star of the morning look a always reach for first. Clay mug, handmade morning thirst. The potter's thumbprint is still in the clay on the base of the mug. The morning day, beginning with the evidence of hands other than mine, haven't made the plans of the mug, haven't sanded the clay on the wheel and pulled it up the way that makes the mug the shape it is. Clay mug, handmade morning, the business. Clay mug, handmade morning, the hold of something made by hand, the old way of a vessel, the morning cup that someone shaped before I filled it up with the morning coffee, the clay warm already from the kiln, the morning form of the handmade thing, the morning bright. Clay mug, handmade morning right. The glaze is uneven, the way the hand is uneven, the morning and the grand imperfection of the handmade, the drip of the glaze at the base, the morning grip of something real and made by care. The clay mug in the morning, the rare thing of the imperfect and the true. Clay mug, handmade morning new. Clay mug, handmade morning, the hold of something made by hand, the old way of the vessel, the morning cup that someone shaped before I filled it up with the morning coffee, the clay warm already from the kiln, the morning form of the handmade thing, the morning bright. Clay mug, handmade morning right. I think of the potter sometimes in the morning, the hands on the wheel, the morning adorning itself with the fact of the made thing, the clay mug in the morning, the bring of the maker into the morning through the vessel, the potter and the new morning sharing the same mug, the clay mug, handmade morning, the day the handmade thing carries the maker into every morning that is used, the through and through of the clay mug being more than the coffee vessel, the morning more than the coffee, the mug connecting the morning hand to the hand directing the clay on the wheel, the two hands meeting in the morning hold of the mug, the greeting between the maker and the user through the clay, the morning and the who of the potter and the thumbprint at the base, the morning and the maker sharing the space of the mug, the clay, the morning's finest material for the vessel, the kindest morning companion, the handmade cup, the potter's hands in the morning up and holding the clay mug together in the morning kitchen, the beginning of the morning through the handmade thing, the clay mug, whatever the morning brings into the cup, the handmade and the pour, the potter's morning and the morning start in the clay for every morning after the kiln, the glaze, the morning laughter of the imperfect and the true, and the held in the morning hand, the mug that spelled the morning right from the moment of the make. Clay mug, handmade morning, the morning take. Clay mug, handmade morning, the hold of something made by hand, the old way of the vessel, the morning cup that someone shaped before I filled it up with the morning coffee, the clay warm already from the kiln, the morning form of the handmade thing, the morning bright. Clay mug, handmade morning right. Clay mug, handmade morning, the clay mug on the shelf when the morning's done, the potter's thumbprint catching the morning sun at the base of the mug, the handmade thing still carrying the maker's morning ring of the wheel.